Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's learning objective is to use standard units of mass, length, time, money, and other measures, including standard compound measures, using decimal quantities where appropriate. Bit of a long-winded learning objective, but we'll get into it. As usual, feel free to skip to any part of the video if you know what's going on. Timestamps are here. Okay, let's break down the learning objective a bit first. Okay, first off, what are standard units full stop actually? So standard units basically, they're kind of the agreed upon units when you for measuring something. So for example, if you were to measure, say, the weight of an orange, the kind of agreed upon the kind of unit you'd give it in would be kilograms. Whereas if you're measuring time, for example, the standard unit that you give it in is kind of, say, seconds. And this is quite helpful in sciences a lot. If you do physics, you might have come across these concepts of standard units. So let me just tell you what the standard units for each of these are. So let me get my trusty bad pen out. For mass, it's kilograms, kg. For length, it's meters. So i.e. like an m, that's what it comes down to. Time, seconds. Money, so money would be something like pounds in the UK. And also, what kind of this thing, I always forgot this when I was kind of dealing with money, but if you were to say writing down £7, right, make sure you write £7 and then 00. That 00 kind of really counts for a lot. And then, yeah, those and some other measures kind of, I think you'll come across them hopefully. So yeah, and then what you also need to watch out for is a lot of the time they ask you to convert between, say, kilograms to grams. And now here we have something called the standard prefixes, this thing here. And there's quite a few here, you don't need to know all of them. The ones that you really come across are kilo, centi, milli, maybe micro, and those are kind of the ones you need to know. And so kilo just means that, or actually let's think about meters first. Okay, so with meters, for example, kilometers just means it's 1,000 meters. That's what it is there for. So this standard unit just indicates a factor of the power of 10 that kind of you multiply it by. So you want to convert between meters to kilometers. We know because of this k in front here, right? This kilo in front of here. This means it's 10 to the 3 right there meters. And it's kind of the same principle with, say, centimeters. If you want to convert from meters to centimeters, you need to, as we can see, it's 10 to the minus 2. So that means it's 10 to the minus 2 meters. And you just kind of need to learn these to ensure you kind of know what's going on when there's kind of, a question being asked at a point. So you need to convert. And speaking of questions, let's move on to our work example. Convert 1.99 kilograms into grams. Okay, well, let's go back to our thing here. Kilo is 10 to the 3. So wrong color. Switch back to black. 1.99 kg is equal to 1.99 times by 10 to the 3 kilograms. Grams. And there you go. So you can kind of, this is in standard form if you remember from a few videos ago. Now we can times this by 10 to the 3, which is 1,000. So it's 1.99 times by 1,000, which is, so because it's 1,000, there's 3 zeros, so we can move the decimal point 1 time, 2 times, and then 3 times to get 1990. And then make sure you put the unit here now, grams, because kind of they've asked you to convert it into grams, so you know what the unit is. So it's really, really crucial that you have this unit out here. Okay, let's move on to another question. Convert 480 seconds into minutes. Okay, well, this isn't actually within kind of our standard prefix units, but this is just kind of some knowledge that you're, I guess, expected to know. Well, oopsie. We know, for example, in a minute there are 60 seconds, so we can write 1 minute equals 60 seconds. And it's really helpful sometimes to write this out right in the beginning, so you kind of know how you can convert it. So there's 480 seconds. There's 60 seconds in 1 minute, and so we can just do 480 divided by 60 to get the number of minutes. So we can do that. We can do 48 divided by 6, which is mental math. Anyone? Any takers? No. Um, Anyone? No. Okay. Well, it took me a second. Don't worry. It's 8 because we can. The way I got to it is I know 36 is 6 times 6, and then plus 12 is 48. So it's 6 plus 2, so 8. So it's 8 minutes. This we need to write minutes here. That, remember, as I said, the units are crucial, and that's kind of a common mistake students make, is that we forget the units right at the end. So it's really, really crucial you do that. So in general, today what we covered was we talked a bit about what standard units are, what the what these standard prefixes are, and a bit about how to convert between different units of measurement. What's important is you go away, practice a few questions, but just a lot of the time they ask you to just know these real world examples. So for example, you need to know, there's 60 seconds in a minute, there's 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, or maybe even 7 days in a week, that kind of stuff. So just important you know it, and every time you see one of these questions, writing this out here is quite helpful. Thanks very much, guys. See you in the next one.